mean, it's not often. I am waiting
straight in there. Straight in.
Scared the shit out of me.
What?
Scared the shit out of me there. Heart
Good.
dropped.
Hot drop.
Hot
What?
drop. Heart dropped. I have the headphones on, so it rings really loudly in my ears, and I was like, inside.
Did I scare your old man Ticker?
A little bit.
So there we go.
Well, hello. Welcome back to the OverAndOut show. I'm Dylan,
I'm Ryan.
and this has got very formal.
That's not a question. Well, yeah. When did you start welcoming people back? Have
Why
we got
not?
enough fans now to welcome them back?
Well, yeah, we're into episode 15 now. This is the start of the third week.
Jeez, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It feels like it's been longer. I'm
It
not
does.
gonna lie.
Is it just me, or is like March the longest month in existence?
Oh, it could well be. I think it might be. I don't actually. I was just thinking about this today. What was I thinking about? Oh,
Oh, fuck, he's forgotten already. Jesus Christ. And that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
no, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
No, that was it. I remember now. Like the first week we were in isolation, lockdown, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I was like waking up early. I was excited because it was like new, and you could only stay at home, and like what's going to happen on the news, it was all kind of exciting and new. And now 2 weeks in, I'm waking up in the morning like I used to, going, oh,
Yeah.
I want to get out of bed.
Yeah,
and it's almost like, and it made me realise that even though staying at home isn't that interesting, it's the change, because it's like, oh, everything was normal, then it wasn't normal, then it was exciting. And when you go on holiday and you wake up at 5 and you're like, I can do anything today, and then by the end of the holiday you're just like sleeping in, can't be bothered.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it feels like. The end of the first week is gone and the holiday's over. Now we're like, fucking hell, this is depressing. We're not going back until June.
I know. That is a long time away. That's 2 months. And you know what's mad is like that starts now. Last day of March. It's the last day of March, isn't it? So it starts like I mean, when people are watching this, it'll be the 1st of April,
Jeez. Wow.
And it'll be 2 months.
Then,
so 2 months of this shit. Jesus.
Yeah, 2 more months. Hang on, was it April, May? No, whole of April. Oh yeah, well,
whole
I
of
suppose
April,
when they say
all
June,
of May, yeah.
When is the beginning of June?
June 1st, I'll be at a pub in Belfast City Centre.
This is actually, Yasmin was saying this yesterday. She said, what's going to happen when they let everyone out? It's going to be like, who let the dogs out?
Fucking
It's going to be
mayhem.
fucking, yeah. It's going to be utter mayhem.
It'll just,
Everyone's gonna
and
be
you know
getting...
what? People's threshold will be so high because they'll have just been sitting at home consuming all the alcohol. So it's not even like alcohol is barred and it'll all be wasted after a beer. Everyone will be rote continually.
I think what will happen is we'll all go back to work and it'll be right. Okay, we're going to have a bank holiday in remembrance of this time of Corona. And it's going to be 72 hours of just balls to the wall drinking.
Yeah.
And partying and all that stuff, which is pretty. Well, we've got that to look forward to.
Can't wait.
Unless of course it all gets worse. We're here until June 2021.
Yeah, Jesus. In which case, what's the point in doing anything anymore?
Yeah. Well, at least the podcast might still be going.
True. That's a good thing for it, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
so there you go. So I was asleep last night, as you do, at night time. Mm-hmm. All right. Went to bed at 12:30 last night because we were watching something on TV. I can't remember what it was. Got into bed and I was like, oh, I can't really sleep. I had a bit of a headache, and then I was like, so I watched a bit of YouTube in bed. Worst thing you can do. Fell asleep, and then for like hours and hours and hours, I rolled around the bed, just like uncomfortable. Couldn't sleep. Couldn't lie on my left side. Couldn't lie on my right side. Chest was sore, but not like lung chest, like indigestion pains. And then I'm still absolutely fucked from putting those floors down the other day. The second
I was
day,
going to say, I think you've got DIY-itis.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's the chronic DIY pain. It's the second day rules, the same as exercise. The first day after the exercise you're sore, but the second day you're dead to the world. So I couldn't lie anywhere, right? And I have pretty bad blood circulation on a good day. And it doesn't help that I have a like a 4-inch metal plate in my left arm where I broke it skateboarding. So see
how are you not in the top tier for danger and coronavirus?
I don't know.
There's everything. You're old.
Yeah.
You got cold blood.
Yeah. Bleed out of
metal plate.
Bleed out of my liver spots. Well, so if I sit with my left arm up on a table, right, like elbow on the table, hand in my face in my left hand, like within 5 minutes, my whole left hand goes numb. Like it's only been up there. I've put it up there for a few seconds. I can feel my 2 small fingers just not working 100%.
Oh wow!
So I don't have great blood circulation there. So I'm rolling about for hours, and then I'm fucking freezing cold last night. Like the coldest I've ever been, and I was like, I kept pushing closer. Like I was little spooning Pamela. Just kept pushing in, you know, just bum first, followed by the rest of my body. And I was like, oh my God, you're the coldest human being. Why is everything so cold? And then I was like, someone's removed the inside of this duvet. It's freezing. And I was like rolled up like a fetus in the middle of the bed, like just shivering, man, like full fucking like actual shivers. And I was like, so I got out of bed, put on a pair of sweatpants, put on some socks and pulled them up over my sweatpants, put on a hoodie, pulled the hoodie over my head, pulled the strings that it was just my eyes and nose out, went downstairs, took my temperature, 37 or something like that, 37.2. And I was
That's
like...
normal, isn't it?
Over 37's a fever, I think.
Yeah.
Throat. Yes, I said I have sore throat. Throat just... Like my daughter has had strep throat for the last 2 weeks. She's been on antibiotics. So the little shit has given it to me. So my glands... Oh my God. I've got glands like a bull's testicle just hanging down the side of my throat. They're so sore. All right? And my whole throat's swollen. And I was like, oh... So I went downstairs and took some fizzy paracetamols, which are just... They're just the best. Fizzy paracetamols are the best. And then I got into bed, and then as I was getting in bed, I looked at the time, and it was 2:10. I'd been in bed for an hour and 10 minutes. And I was like, motherfucker, as if March wasn't long enough. I still have all of tonight to get through. So then I lay there like a little parasite in my bed, just shivering with my fucking hood up. Couldn't sleep the whole night, rolled about like an idiot. Got up, and then my kids woke me up at like 7 o'clock, and I was like, do one. I was effectively dead to the world. And Pamela was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I have no idea, but I have a fever, I'm shivering, I have what feels like fucking full-blown tonsillitis or like strep throat, and I have a headache. And I was like, I just don't have a cough. And I was like, listen, I might be dead in 2 days. So it was nice knowing you all.
I think it's that. I honestly believe I've had that before, and it's like when you start doing, like I was doing something up in my mum's loft, you know, like, you know, when you're moving around all that the foamy stuff that's in the loft, the insulation. Yeah, when I was moving that around, and I was, you know, putting more in, that kind of stuff for her. Yeah, the day after that, oh my God, I was so ill. Like I could just feel everything. My throat swelled up. I had gland problems, you know. I think it's that. It is. I say it's DIY-itis, but it is. It's dust and, you know, breathing all that shit in and moving around everything. Yeah. So I reckon that's what you've got. And then if you got
DIYT
as well.
DIYT syndrome, dust in your throat syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. DIY, that works.
I'm not sure about your ghetto.
I'm imagining there's a builder watching this now going, pussies.
Probably.
Seriously, like the guy put some wood on his floor and now he's comatose in his house, can't move.
I'd like to see him do a video edit though. He'd be in tears.
Yeah. And then when he's finished that video edit and he's all proud of that video edit and it's gone exactly how he wanted that video edit to be and ticked all the boxes that was discussed at the beginning of the project starting, and then hands it over to us and dusts his hands and sits back and goes, I'm proud of that. And then I'll lean in and go, I'm not sure about the music.
Yeah. I like it, but could you just get it? Yeah. I know it's 2 minutes, but we need it like 1 minute 46.
Yeah.
I know we said 2 minutes, and I know you think you know what you're doing, but actually, we're the client.
Yeah.
And we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
None of us had made video before.
Yeah.
But we know.
Yeah. And also, could you actually give us, because you make that song something a bit more edgy, right?
Yeah, but chilled out.
Yeah. With a beat,
but
like
an edgy,
acoustic, beaty, sort of electro-y, edgy, vibey. Whatever you think,
Yeah.
whatever you think.
Yeah, you
Right.
put what you want on. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like that. I tell you what. Here's 3 royalty-free sites you can look through.
Yeah. Give me a shout in
we'll have
3
a look
months'
through.
time.
Yeah, there's a lot of tracks on those sites. I know. Well, you choose what you want. I did.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know.
Wow, that deviated, didn't it?
Do you know like that? Do you know that question kills me though? Like, I don't mind if someone just says, "I don't like that track. Can we use hip hop?" I'm cool with that. Do you know when it kills me is someone goes, "What do you think about the track?" Because we're not sure about it. I'm like, well, I think it's fucking fantastic because I spent time choosing it. I didn't just whap out of a fucking folder on my desktop called songs I downloaded once but never wanted to use because they're all dog eggs.
Do you know what I do when I edit? I when I'm sorting all my clips out, I go through and I favorite stuff and I put it into different bins and folders, and I take all the good stuff and I put it here in this secret folder that I keep to myself.
Yeah.
And then I put all the shit stuff onto their timeline.
Yeah.
With the worst music.
Yeah.
And no color grading or editing at all, and then I just export that and give it to them.
Yeah, that's
how I edit.
Oh,
and then I keep all the good. I keep all the good footage and I just leave it there on the hard drive.
Yeah.
I don't even use it.
Yeah.
Never look at it again.
Yeah.
I think that's so good it can't be seen by the human eye.
Yeah. I've obviously used all the B-rate stuff. So, do you want to see the good stuff? I'll get that out of my folder now.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh, but yeah.
On a different note, I've moved my microphone today.
Oh, where have you put it?
Well, it's in exactly the same place. The difference being it's on an actual mic stand now. It was I was doing this a bit of a turkey. I did have it on my good camera tripod. So my Manfrotto heavy duty tripod was the only one with the 1/4-inch threads. Is it 1/4-inch? 2/3? You know the big thread?
Oh yeah, the 1/3 .45.
Yeah, that one. That was the only one I
yeah.
had here at the time we started. So I screwed the mic into the top of that, which is ridiculous because that's the one the camera should be on. So I bothered to actually go get my mic stand out of the van, and now it's rigged up.
Oh, fair enough.
Way better. But
good.
I was doing a podcast earlier today, with our friend Simon from
Simon.
Cine Hill. So we had recorded one last year, but he got distracted. Work came up, and anyway, the one we recorded last year irrelevant now because it was talking about shit from last year. So we re-recorded it. Of course, all Simon's like, "I'll send you a link to Zoom," and I was like, "Oh, please don't. I was like, "I'm gonna record my audio on my end anyway, and just send you it, so that it doesn't sound like we're inside a bean can." And then he was like, no. So he sends me a link to some other app that wasn't Zoom, and he's like, "Try this," right? And I was like, do you know what? This whole podcast, folks, for those of you listening, is done a very particular way because Ryan and I can't stand this whole system that I'm just about to talk about. But long story short, he sends me a link to go to this podcast streaming. You can record your side thing, and it puts it into one track. Sends me a link. What's the first thing that pops up that makes me just want to quit to go back to bed?
Download plugin.
No, even worse. Not supported on this browser. And I'm like, wow, it's only the latest issue of Safari for Mac OS. So why would it not be supported? Right? Download Firefox or Google Chrome. And I'm like, well, I would sooner work with just pen and paper and never use my computer than download Google Chrome for anything, because it's the worst browser. And anyone that uses it is just, they're mental. Anyone that goes, "Oh, it's a great," yeah, because
unfollow us now if you use Firefox or Chrome.
No, Firefox I can deal with, but Chrome,
no.
Chrome
I
is
don't like their
Chrome
logo.
on a Mac is just, and I love pretty much all Google products except Chrome because it's shit. Every time I put it on my computer or opened it, my whole Mac just ceases to work properly. And quite often I'll be like, "Why is my Mac running like a pensioner today? Why is it going so?" And then I'll go, "Come on, tab, see what's open." Oh, there it is. There's the little fucker, Google Chrome, just sitting waving, going, "What's happening? Using 80% of all of your processing power." And I'm like, "But you're sitting idle." Yeah, I'm just going to use processing power anyway. So delete forever. So I was like, right, I have Firefox because for situations like this, open up Firefox and it goes, "Your Firefox is out of date. Motherfucker." Update Firefox, sitting there watching it download, all that shit comes up and a thing, and then it says use microphone, and I was like, sick. So I want to record my audio through the MKE or the MK4 in addition,
Digital.
and use the digital and use the mic through this stupid app that Simon's got me using. So, of course, try to open an app, just bombs out, crashes, doesn't work. Trying to work out what it is. It's telling me my mics are fine, but we can't hear each other. Then Simon sends me a link in that app to another app called Zoom, which I've used before. Which, of course, I just try to open in the browser, and it's like, you need to download Zoom. I'm like, I don't really want to download Zoom. Can I not just use it as a guest through the browser? I don't want it on my computer. Nope, have to download it. Download Zoom, install that shit, set up a password. I don't want to set up an account. Please just let me talk to this guy. So eventually we get the fucking thing set up, and then it just disables the mic. Once I pick the headphone to have the conversation, it disables the mic through Zoom, through Audition. And I was like, oh, for Christ. Shut down Audition, open the thing back up again, reset up the mic, shut down Zoom, open Zoom up again. Now we're fucking rolling. And I'm like, this has taken 20 minutes. 20 fucking minutes, dude.
You're not going to get those back.
And I'm like, you know, that is why we don't do this through bullshit stuff like that. Like Pamela was all the other day, oh, you should download this Hangouts or the House Party app. It's so cool. You can all play games and you can do all this stuff. And I was like, not for me, thanks. Oh, but you can play all these games with people and chat them through. And I was like, yeah, but there's a catch. No, thanks. What does she say to me today? Oh, apparently it like has all this access to all your other apps. Yeah, of course. Because you've given it access to everything. And everything has access to everything. So what are we worried about? I was like, I just see things like that. Footery.
Yeah. I hate that stuff. It's all that stuff it's the time-consuming bollocks that should be good but isn't good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's tech that's almost good. We've done this so many times. I don't know how many more times we have to tell people about stuff that's almost very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm using Zoom to do Yasmin's online training stuff. And actually, it works fine now.
Yeah.
But it did take a little while just to kind of figure stuff out. But actually, it's a very good system.
No, it is. And it is, once you get it working.
Up and running.
Yeah, once you get it up and going. But the problem with it is, like, if you're the one setting it up and distributing it, that's fine. You expect to have to sit down and work that out. But if someone says to you, I'm just going to add you to the Zoom chat, I'll record it, I'm just going to send you a link so you can just join the chat. That should be seamless. It should just be like, click link, open window, part of chat. I shouldn't have to download or install anything on my computer.
It's actually really interesting now, because obviously when this coronavirus hit and everyone started using Skype and Zoom and Google Hangouts, whatever the hell you're using, I think Zoom, all those people, they didn't really expect this to happen.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at Zoom and there are so many basic functions that they're missing.
Yeah.
Like when you want to do stuff online. And I guess they just didn't really consider a lot of it because they're like, oh, well, it's only used for meetings with like people in suits that want to speak to other people in suits in Japan or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, who cares? It's just businessmen and women doing, you know, business conferences. And now it's like every man and his dog.
Yeah, yeah. I know. And everyone's
Pilates, yoga, whatever. And, you know, or online training or something like that. And it's just, it's revealing all these holes that are just ridiculous. Like, I'm not going to go into them because I don't want to go too tech. Don't want to go too tech.
No.
Actually, is it Tuesday?
It is Tuesday. Tech Tuesday.
Oh, so it technically is Tech Tuesday.
Technically is Tech Tuesday. But yeah, it's mad, and it is so funny seeing like everyone's just like sending like putting photos online, being like pub quiz with our mates. Family hangouts. We're all just chatting, and I was like, I find it quite amusing because. For the most part, I don't really want to talk to anyone through video chat online. I've yet to really find video chat online anything but underwhelming.
Yeah, I'd
rather have a phone call, a one-on-one phone call, because like the other day, my when I was getting added in a couple of episodes ago by my family, I eventually video chat my dad back through WhatsApp, and then he doesn't answer the WhatsApp video chat that he added me to. Instead, he then phones me back through FaceTime, and I'm like, son of a bitch, it's on my MacBook, but my MacBook doesn't have the bloody, so I have to pull the MacBook out, disconnect the screen, switch all that, and eventually comes up, and it's just my mom and my dad looking at the camera, going like, is he there, Dylan? And I'm like, I'm here, hello. And then as I speak, they speak, then as they speak, I speak, and then there's and then you think, it's all right, I'll see you at the end of June.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's like a lot of people are getting excited about doing all these like pub quizzes, and actually, I can say
tell me about this, because I saw the photograph of you at your online pub quiz that Yasmin put up, and I'll be honest, lolled. There you are in the background, the little street rat, doesn't want to be a part of it, and I just thought that guy he's fucking not about that. How was it?
I'll be honest, Dylan. This whole social distancing, I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that.
And it's like, I'm, you'll know this, and actually anyone working in the creative industry, I think for the most part, it can be a very solitary kind of work. Yeah. Whether you're an artist, painter, knitting or whatever the hell, or video, graphic design, whatever. A lot of the time, it's you on your own figuring shit out. Or editing, and occasionally there'll be another person that comes in, gets involved. But it's a very solitary thing. And so for them to say, oh, you've got to stay at home and, social distance and not speak to it. It's like, this is normal life for me.
Yeah. Been doing this anyway.
Yeah, I've been doing this anyway. And then it's nice, you spend your day at home and then I go out and do band practice. So I get to hang out with my friends, or, I'll see Yasmin for dinner, or we'll go and see some friends at the weekend. But it's nice because it's very spread out and kind of, you do your own thing. And now there's this insistence where everyone wants to do Zoom Hangouts, because it's like, what the hell is wrong with you people? There's this need for social interaction. It's like, oh, we can't do it like we'd normally go down the pub, so now if I don't see someone or speak to someone, I'm going to die of something else but coronavirus. And it's like, no, you're not. Just fucking get on with it. It's normal. And I don't know if it's just me, but doing that pub quiz, it's like, it was like with people on our street. And you know what? I speak to the next door neighbours. I know them both quite well. But beyond that, I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
I've not really spoken to them. I don't dislike them. I've just not really met them. Yeah. And don't really have anything in common with them apart from the fact we live on the same street. I don't see why I should be forced into a situation where all of a sudden we're all talking and friends.
Totally agree.
Friends.
Totally agree.
And and it's what you were saying ages ago. It's like this forced fun.
Yeah.
I hate forced fun.
Yeah.
It's like if we go to a pub, because we did do pub quizzes, but we'd be like, oh yes, we go, oh, should we get cash, all our friends, and there's 6 of us, 7 of us, we all go down to the pub, we have our own table, we have our little chit chat, we have a few beers, it's us against that team over there and that team. That's cool. I can deal with that. It happens on Sunday night, we go out. But I don't want to do that in my own house.
No. And definitely not with people in your street who you don't know or care about.
Well, I mean, this is going to sound really harsh, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah. To be quite honest. And it's not that I want to be mean or anything. I find a lot of parties I go to, Yasmin, we go to, and it's one of her friends or something, and you'll go around and you're like, I don't know any of these people. I don't think I have anything in common with them. I don't really have anything to say. And then I find someone that actually we get on really well, and there's no small chat, and we just go straight into what's the meaning of the universe. And I'm like, I found my friend for the evening.
Yeah.
Because it's not, well, what's going on with the weather? How's your kid doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you work in a bank. It's like, I don't care about all that shit. Just, can we talk about something that means nothing and everything at the same time?
Yeah.
That's a really big issue that we can all talk about. And then other people come over and go, oh my God, are you still talking about the universe?
I know,
and how it's related to the dinosaurs? And you're like, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Oh. And you're like, yeah, fuck off and get me another drink.
Yeah. We're going to start a podcast about it. But
yeah,
I'm totally with you on that whole. If my neighbor, my neighbors who are next to me but not attached to me, they're sound. I get on with them. They're really cool people. I was chatting to them yesterday. We have a bit of banter. And I was like, we should do a flipping barbecue at the front where we just both sit in our gardens and just chat to each other over the fence. Yeah. I can deal with them because I like those people, right? But outside of them, if anyone else in my street messaged me and said, we're going to do a street hangout, do you want to be a part? I would just immediately go, no, thank you. And because we've become really polite as a society, and people, I just found myself years ago doing loads of shit that I didn't want to do because I didn't want to offend people. But I would and it's the same as if I ask someone to do something, I'd rather they just went, appreciate it, but no thank you. And I'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Rather than a BS answer or doing it because they feel they have to. So when someone says to me, yo, do you want to go do this thing with me on Saturday? I just go, oh, no, thanks. And then they go, oh, right. And I'm like, yeah. And they can't really go, why not? Because you've politely just gone, oh, absolutely not. Oh, no, oh, thanks very much, but no, absolutely not. No thanks
not
at all.
Not in the mood for it.
Yeah,
no thanks.
Definitely not for me. So, this whole Zoom chat thing, I have our legacy friends who are all part of a WhatsApp group. We send each other memes. and we chat about coffee beans and shit like that, back and forth. And these guys have been friends of mine for like since I came to this country. For like 15 years, well, more than that, almost 20 years. I've been mates with most of these guys, right? And they're like, they were all at my wedding. We're tight. Yeah. But we normally go for like drinks once a quarter because we've all sort of gone our own way. So once a quarter to the year, we all go meet. And some of us come, some of us don't. We pitch up there, have a few beers. Yeah. Of course, that's not happening at the minute. And then we're just chatting back and forth. And then I was thinking, when Pamela was talking about this thing, I thought, I wonder if we should do like and then I thought, oh no, actually, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like,
well, actually, it's funny. It's funny you say that because tonight, and I can say this now because by the time this comes out, no, it's Steve, my friend Steve. It's his 40th birthday today, Jesus. So we're having a little Zoom birthday drinks with him this evening. But I'm thinking about, and like, I'm going to be hanging out with some of the people some of my friends I've known for like 12, 15 years. Some of my best friends, and there's still a part of me going, can we just wait and do this in real life?
Yeah, totally.
I don't really want to sit on a call. But don't get me wrong, I will, and it'll be fun because we'll get to hang out. But I'll get bored of it after about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm the same.
It's like, yeah, great. There's 10 of us there. We're all talking. We've all had a few beers. This is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, totally.
To be quite honest, and I like the idea of it, and I think I will do it. But I prefer social. I prefer limited physical social interaction.
Yeah, you are a bit of a one-to-one person.
Oh, totally, yeah. I much prefer it.
See, I like
talking
crowds.
At people.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, actually, that's pretty accurate. Talking at people in front of, directly at their face. I like talking to groups. I like being a part of a group and mingling and moving around. That's why I don't like sitting whenever I go to bars. I like to be able to walk about because I get bored of conversation really quickly. But like my mates, I love hanging out with them. I could sit and chat to them all day. But do I want to do that over a Zoom conversation where someone's got shit Wi-Fi or doesn't know how the fucking mic works? And it's like, what? What are you saying? And they're like, it's fucking Steven.
Nah.
You've put your microphone up your ass, buddy. No one can hear you. And it's like, oh, he's disconnected. And I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't care for that. Let's just keep sending messages in the group chat. And I'll see you guys at the end of this.
Have you ever done this before? So this is a bit of a bit of an admission here. Okay. Are you stopping?
Oh, you can go. Keep going. There you go. I'm just.
Okay, yeah, it's a bit of an admission. Have you ever got to the point where, like, say you're on a Zoom call like that, or on a WhatsApp call, or whatever it is, and the connection's so bad, and you go back and forth, and in the end, I just end the call.
Yeah.
And go, I'm done with that.
Yep.
Because it's like, this conversation wasn't that interesting anyway.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I just can't be bothered with it. And it's like, you know what? If this is a conversation I can't even, and it's not that I can't be, it is that I can't be bothered with it. I've got other things to do. And and it's that being nice thing. You don't want to go, look, mate, I kind of need to go now.
Yeah.
But then you're trying to tell them that, but then it keeps on cutting out. And in the end, I'm like, beep, yeah, sorry, connection gone.
Yeah. No, I've done that.
If I ever do that to anyone, that's probably the reason why. Because I've just had enough, and I can't be fucked with technology not working. Because it's like, even the best of times.
No, I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you on that. Like, I can't. When the minute technology does stuff like that, it's the same as a phone call. It's like like I have these pet peeves of like my dad with a phone, dude. Swear to God, I don't understand this. And I mean, he'll probably listen to this. Dad, if you listen to this, I'd love to understand what happens, right? But I have no idea.
I'm gonna analyze you on this call, and then you can tell me what's wrong, so I don't have to ask you in real life.
I want to know what happens between the moment in which he answers my call and then says hello, because it feels like a fucking eternity. I'll ring him and I'll be like, and he'll be and you hear this, and then I'll hear him and the guy goes. Hello?
Do you think he's set?
And I'm like, motherfucker!
Himself down.
I'm like, what? What were you doing? Like, was your phone 40 feet away and you answered it with a broomstick and then dragged the fucking phone across the living room until it got to you and picked... I'm like, it's in your hand. It's answer hello. Answer hello. Answer hello. Not answer fucking drop kick it down the street, put it in the toilet, drag it out.
Maybe he's settling himself in a chair or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's every single... And then he always answers it like he's surprised by what's happened. Hello? Hello? And it's always like a loud hello? And I'm like, why are you shouting? And then I go,
I do
hi,
that
Dad,
as well.
it's me. And he goes, hello, hello. And I'm like, Dad, hello, hello. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I just stop and I just wait. And then he eventually goes, Dylan? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, hey, buddy. And I'm like, what's... And then the conversation starts.
You know when we used to have phones that didn't tell you who was ringing?
Yes.
And so when it was like a landline, you'd go, hello? And they'd be like, hi, it's your grandma. And you'd be like, oh, hi. Like, oh,
Yeah.
didn't realise that was coming.
Yeah.
Now, it's so ingrained in me, having a landline from when I was young, I can see your name come up, or whoever it is, Yasmin, whatever, and I go, oh, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
As if I'm like, I didn't know who was ringing.
Oh, see, I
It's
don't.
so stupid.
I don't. I see
know
the
why
name
do
and I
that.
answer appropriately for the first person who's phoning, normally.
Yeah.
But
I
remember-
try to, but sometimes I don't.
Do you remember answering the phone with your phone number or your name? Do you remember that one?
I don't know. I never did that. I think my grandma used to do, like fetch him for 5395.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Hello, 84256555. And you're like, and it's like, who the fuck knows that number? Everyone, because we all have to dial it into a phone. And
Yeah.
now someone goes, what's your phone number? You're like, this, give us a minute. I
Yeah,
work
let me
out where that is in my phone. 4 hours later.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, my number.
I'm actually quite worried because if I was ever in trouble and I didn't have my phone, caught by the police, ambulance needed, whatever, and they went, just tell us the name, give us the number of someone important. You're like, 999.
Yeah, yeah,
That's all I've got. We
Yeah.
know we're here already.
yeah.
What's your wife's name, number, or your
She's-
sister or your mum?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
she's number 2 on my favourites, below Dylan.
yeah. I just go, call Yasmin.
Yeah.
Call my wife.
Yeah. I call her Siri. She knows everything. Siri, phone my wife. Phoning the Chinese restaurant. No, for fuck's sake, Siri. But it is like, talking about that with mobile phones, right? There's this,
Yeah, yeah.
I watched this couple, they're like van lifers on the YouTube called Eamon and Beck. All right?
Oh, I don't know them. Don't know
Canadian people they're traveling around Europe and shit. They're sort of stuck in their camper at the minute. But they did this video the other day, like a couple of days, I don't know, it came up on my thing today. And I watched it and I was like,
Yeah.
this is insane. I'm going to send you it because it's quite amazing.
Yeah.
Long story short, their van gets broken into. You know that, or it's
Oh.
not a spoiler because the video's called Our Van Got Broken Into. Someone breaks into their van and steals everything. Like all their shit.
Were they in it?
No, they decided, they just left and went down to the beach and they said we don't normally do this, but we just left everything charging while we went for a swim. And it's like they travel everywhere and then they stole all their cameras, their laptops, their phones, their wallets, their money, absolutely everything. And
Jesus.
they left their passports, right?
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah, so you can get home, but you're not allowed to fly anyway because they're in Spain or something like
Yeah.
that. So, and then this whole episode, it's like the first 2 minutes. It's like a 15-minute episode. The first 2 minutes is like, our van got broken into. We're distraught. This is the worst, right? And I was like, oh my god, that's fucking awful. And then it was like, I was like, I wonder what the rest of the video is going to be about.
Did you say 15 or 50?
15, 1-5.
Okay.
So, if you got broken into, stole all your shit,
Yeah.
what would your main priority be from that point on? They videoed their main priority that they had to sort out immediately.
Shotgun and access to CCTV footage.
Okay, well, I mean, the shotgun's not realistic.
Oh, in the real one.
Right,
Sorry, I'm
real
not
one.
playing Red Dead Redemption.
No.
Sorry.
You're just not throwing bodies off cliffs in this video. This
Okay,
is real
sorry.
life. What do you actually have to... Like, what's your...
Well,
What's
if I
your...
got my passport, I'd be going to the police station, reporting it. I trying to buy, like, if I needed a phone, like trying to get hold of another phone or something.
Okay, well, you've answered it. I just thought that was really interesting. That's exactly what they did. Obviously, I went to the police. They checked for CCTV, but the majority of the story was about them getting a phone. Like the panic in their eyes. We have to sort a phone out. We have to try. And they were like back and forth between phone shops all over the town, like going in and out, trying to work out which one they could get that would give them the right access to internet. They could use their SIM card from their backup phone that was too old. That didn't work. And this whole and I was like, this is fucking mental. Like all of this dread and panic in their eyes because they need to sort out a phone. And I was like, like they've been robbed and all their shit's gone and literally they're panicked because they can't get a phone sorted out. And I just thought 20 years ago, if you were driving around a country and someone broke in and stole all your shit, what would be your concern?
Well, assuming, let's say it's the same situation, you've got your passports.
Yeah.
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 So your main concern would probably be police, number one, report everything that was stolen. Secondly, it would be to get home.
Yeah. It's weird though, isn't it? Like you would have just like you'd have reported to someone new. The police would have let you probably use a phone to ring someone, and then you would have like worked out some way of getting back to where the fuck you came from, and then dealing with your insurance.
But yeah, what you'd have to do, so try and get home. But before you get home, you have to get hold of a phone to try and call all your credit cards, all your bank details to try and get them to. Because that's the other thing as well. It's not like today where you can just quickly log on to any computer, log in. Go right, I need to turn all my cards off, and you can do that relatively quickly. Yeah. But like in the old days, you'd have to go to Amex and Barclays or whatever bank you're with, and like you'd have to go on the phone and go, "Oh, my card's been stolen." They'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" And it takes fucking forever.
But also back then, your security wouldn't have been such an issue because you probably would have just had a debit card, and you probably wouldn't have had like one-touch access to everything that you own, like. All this, and actually one of the things he said, and it was really interesting, he was like, we've got this phone sorted out and we've got it all working, but in order for us to cancel everything's logged into through two-step authorization through Google, and we can't fucking get anything authorized because it's sending text messages to our phones, which we don't have, and it's sending other email things to our email address, or to our phone number in Canada, which we don't have access to, and our emails, which we can't fucking access because we can't get anything set up on the phone that we're trying to use. And I just thought it was really quite an interesting problem, considering all that, like all this panic, because without their phone, in their minds and in all of our minds, take your phone away, and it's like, whoa, I can do.
It is. We said this the other
nothing.
day. You can take my if I left the house and forgot my keys, it's like, next door neighbours or Yasmin has a key. I can get back in at some point in the next day. You know? If I leave my wallet at home, it doesn't matter really because I wasn't going to spend any money anyway. I've got my phone on me anyway, so if I need to do the old tappy thing, no problem. Leave my phone at home, that's everything gone. Yeah. Bank, music, emails. God knows how much stuff.
All gone.
Selfies. How am I going to do stories? Instagram. But it is funny, and it's very. I think your phone now is. It's the most important thing you have on you, isn't it? Yeah. And I think most people.
Your health, probably.
What I understand. Yeah, no, but that's all. The thing that helps you get through the day is that. But I think most people that steal your phone, they're not. They usually. I think most of the time they're not interested in any of your details. It's just they want the phone to sell it on. Yeah. And they'll wipe it anyway. Because it's too much effort and too hard to get into the phone. And then when they get in there, they'll look at you and go, well, these are a pair of scrubbers in a frickin' van. Yeah. Waltzing around Spain. The probable chances are they're not going to have a lot of money. Yeah. And the kind of people that break into a van, are they going to have access to that kind of stuff to actually get your money out? And, I don't know. I think they're just looking for a quick steal because here's loads of camera shit and a phone. God, we can get about $2,000 for this.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
for drug money or whatever.
There you go. Drug money. That's where we'll end that. The phrase.
I've literally got 5% left on my battery.
Brilliant.
On my phone.
On your phone. Fuck, you're fucked.
I'm shitting this
all
on
the
my
best.
phone. Yeah.
All the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks. That's us for another episode. Episode 15 into week 3.
Week 3.
Hopefully you're listening. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Thanks. And
we haven't had any topics for anyone, by the way, so please, topics if you're getting to the end.
Yeah, if you want. Otherwise,
if you want, we'll just keep on repeating ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, until you listen.
Yeah. Well, we have some plans to put some stuff in place and a couple of guests. Oh, I need to talk to you about that. Thanks very much for listening and watching. We'll catch you tomorrow.